Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're going to go back to a bit of a series that I had going last fall and throughout the summer. We're going to look at some of my personal collection cards, and I pretty much showed you all the cards in my binders for baseball, but I haven't shown basketball or football. And I know most of my channel is centered around baseball cards, but I figured this is probably as good a time as any to show some of the cards in my basketball collection. Now, I'll be 100% honest. These cards have not been taken out of this binder since probably 1996 or 1997. Some of the names in here are going to seem a little bit odd because they were just names of players that I thought were going to be good back whenever I was in high school in 95, 96, 97. So other than just a few exceptions, when I was going through my cards over the last couple of years of more recent players, this is going to be some cards from the heyday of my collecting in early to mid-90s, 96, 97. And as you can see right off the bat, we have Sharif Abdur-Rahim, who I thought was going to be so good. If you've watched my earlier series, these are always going to be in alphabetical order, and we'll just go until we have about 10 minutes. The old school Vancouver Grizzlies there. Look at this. That's actually probably a Kobe Bryant rookie. You can see there he's got the broken or cast on his wrist. That's probably the best card on this first page. But you're going to see some classic cards, some designs that I just thought were really, really neat back in the day. And cards that now, if you tried to purchase, were going to be a little bit more pricey, as basketball cards have absolutely gone through the roof. Look at this. These Flair Metal Universe. You cannot beat this design. Ray Allen. Absolute sharpshooter. Here's the only Giannis card I have. I don't know. I had bought a random pack of Donruss, or someone gave it to me a long time ago. Vin Baker. Look at these. One of the early acetate cards I ever picked up. The Clear Out is what it's called there, from Topps Stadium Club. Back in the day, Young Lion, Vin Baker from Fleer, 94, 95. This was these were always one of my favorites as well, the Skybox Emotion. So these are just players that I had back in binders back in the day. There's a Flair Ultra first round draft pick of Vin Baker. I believe he was out of Connecticut, maybe. I feel like somewhere out in the Northeast. Here's a few more of Vin Baker. Obviously, he didn't result in a star player status as we would have hoped, but it is what it is. There's Charles Barkley. Look at this, the old school pages that our puppy bit up, chewed up way back in the day. Charles Barkley, Sir Charles. I used to love this one because it had Michael Jordan in the background. But nothing too crazy. You're not going to see any, I don't think, any super high-end cards. The Rebound King from Flair Ultra. Those classic Flair Ultra inserts were always a favorite of mine. Charles Barkley with the silver signature there from Collector's Choice. But yeah, all of my friends, we used to go to a little local gas station when we get out of school. There's that hologram card. Pretty cool of Sir Charles. I don't know if I can get it. And there you go, maybe just show the whole thing. But after school, we'd go to the gas station. We'd all buy a pack or two of cards, and then we'd throw them in our binders, and we'd try to trade each other when school started. It was always really neat. So if you see anything in here that you really like, just give it a shout out in the comments. This is from Kellogg's Cereal. A little set they had going of Larry Legend, Larry Bird. Not very many of Larry Bird. Marcus Camby. Remember, he was supposed to be the stud of all studs. There's his rookie card right there from Stadium Club. Marcus Camby there with Kerry Kittles. He was out of Villanova. Camby was out of UMass, and Allen Houston. I think he might have been out of Tennessee. All kind of came in the league at the same time. There's a Mike Bibby. Looks like a purple parallel of Mike Bibby. And there's one of the few Steph Currys I have. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of vintage late 90s guys. Clyde the Glide Drexler. Classic original Skybox there. So just a lot of nostalgia in here. And so we're going to go and just look over some of these. Clyde Drexler. There's the Kellogg Cereal of Clyde Drexler. One of the Dream Team guys. There he is with Akeem Olajuwon. I just absolutely think those Skybox Emotion cards are beautiful. They're kind of a thicker card stock if you're unfamiliar with them. And just the photography and the aesthetic on those is amazing. So there's Patrick Ewing. Now you'll notice we skipped over, there was no Kobe Bryant, which I took the Kobe Bryant pages out because I actually sent a few Kobe Bryant cards into PSA. Look at that. Look at this classic Jam City. Man, those Flair Ultra inserts from the late 90s are just amazing. I have a ton of these Patrick Ewing cards close up there. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I did actually send a few cards of Kobe Bryant off to PSA and Tim Duncan some Kobe rookies and Tim Duncan rookies. I sent them off as part of a group bulk submission back in, holy cow, when was it, August? And they have not came back yet. So at some point I will show those to you. Those are the only cards I've ever sent to PSA, and I'm hoping I can get them back here within the next, I don't know, month or so, and have a chance to show you guys what grades they got. I'm not really looking to get any high grades. Obviously a card that's just been sitting in one of these binders for, 20, 25 years isn't going to be, like, that's pretty cool. The boss of Kevin Garnett is probably going to grade super high. Speaking of a guy who we used to thought was awesome, there's Penny Hardaway. Man, those little Penny commercials, he was the coolest guy in the NBA back whenever he first started. You had Penny and Shaq and Little Penny with the Chris Rock voiceover, rocking those commercials. Tyra Banks, I think, was in one of those commercials with Little Penny. Unfortunately, he just couldn't sustain his career and kind of fell to the injury bug, because Penny Hardaway was going to be an absolutely legendary player if he could have stayed healthy. There's Tim Hardaway, one of my very favorite guys growing up. Maybe, besides Jordan, my second or third favorite player. And the UTEP two-step, remember that? The USA Basketball Series from Fleer Ultra. There, I got a couple of those. Tim Hardaway was always one of my favorites as well. Played in point guard there. This is just absolutely amazing photography and shine on this card. Can't see exactly what it says on the back. It's really hard to tell. I'd have to take that card out of the back, out of the sleeve, and see. There it is, the Fleer Metal Universe. You cannot beat it for my money. There's a random James Harden, one of the few James Harden. It's probably the only James Harden card I have. Grant Hill, another guy who just kind of battled ankle injuries in his career, but had a great career. There's a future team, or TSC, from Top Stadium Club of Grant Hill. Some pretty rare, for at least back then. I think that was a pretty good insert to hit. I remember being pretty proud of that one. There's Grant Hill. Those old school throwback Piston jerseys. I kind of like the more traditional ones, the ones that look like this, than more of that teal color. Juwan Howard, now the coach of the Michigan Wolverines, taking the Wolverines into the NCAA tournament as a 1 seed. And here he is. Oh, there's a Topps Finest. Don't remember having that one, from the Washington Bullets. Obviously now they've changed their name to be a little bit more sensitive and appropriate to the Washington Wizards. And here's some Allen Iversons. Man, I might need to get some of these graded. Here's the Allen Iverson rookie from Top Stadium Club. This Fleer Ultra Allen Iverson rookie. That might be his rookie as well, holding up the draft pick jersey. That one is super awesome. The Allen Iverson from Fleer Metal Universe. Oh, I've got 2 of them. See, I didn't even know. Oh, geez, this is the first time I've looked in these cards in forever. Didn't even know I had 2 of those in there. There's a random Kyrie Irving. Jimmy Jackson. Man, he was a solid player back in the day. Never an all-star, or never like a legendary player or a Hall of Fame career, but he was always a solid player. So I had him in my binder back in the day. Those Topps Gold Black, I still think those are pretty cool. I can't remember who. Maybe David M. had a Topps Black Gold or Gold Black in one of his videos here lately, and I watch it. There's a LeBron, one of the few LeBron cards I have, and a Richard Hamilton. I don't know why I have a Richard Hamilton in here, but I do. Okay, we'll just show a couple more players, and then we'll go ahead and move on with the end of this video. There's a Grandmama, Larry Johnson. He was going to be the coolest thing back in the day. I don't know if I can get that to, really hard to see. Sorry about that. There you go. Now you can kind of see it. A little hologram there with Larry Johnson. I get it spun back around here. He was a guy who always made his name on and off the court. Those Grandmama commercials as well. There's another Young Alliance insert with him. There he is with Muggsy Bogues, who was like, what, 5'3", something like that. And Larry Johnson was a very, very talented player out of UNLV. There's another Skybox insert card there, Dynamite. And then there's another Black Gold. And we'll do one more. We'll finish up with the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time, Magic Johnson. Just a classic photo right there, early Stadium Club. Obviously the dream team that he was a big part of. These Michigan State cards are probably not worth much. Don't really know why those are on there. So I'll go ahead and wrap up there. We'll pick up with Eddie Jones. Don't get fooled. That's not Kobe. Sort of looks like him. We'll pick up with Eddie Jones next time. And so that is the first little chunk of my basketball card collection. Hope you enjoyed it. If you saw anything pretty cool that you liked or you wanted to comment about, Probably those Allen Iverson cards are my best. If I remember for the next episode, I will go upstairs and bring down the rest of my my pages here that have Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan, because I didn't get all those cards sent into PSA, but I did send in a few, my best ones. But I will show you what else I have from Kobe and Tim Duncan in the next video. So thank you so much for watching my channel, guys. We're at the 10-minute mark, so I'll get you out of here on that. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in another video shortly.